I'm Cole.
And I'm Melissa, and we're with Canyon Coolers.
Today we're going to do a quick video and show you how to get the most out of your premium cooler. Some of the benefits of these coolers are the rotomolded design and a little bit thicker foam. It's considerably denser than the cheaper coolers on the market. You just have to treat it a little bit differently to get the most out of it. Overnight we put some ice blocks in here, let these cool down and melt. Basically we're just chilling that foam to keep that heat out as much as possible, so when we do put our already pre-chilled items in here, they're going to stay cold as long as possible. So we're going to swap the ice out and then put some cold food in here and get going.
So here are 3 tips for loading your cooler. The first is your ice to food ratio. We recommend using a 2-to-1 ratio, so 2 parts ice, 1 part food or whatever contents you'll be putting in your cooler. The second tip is to put pre-cooled food into your cooler. So try to refrain from putting warm soda straight from a box into your cooler. And the third tip is to organize your food in the way that you're going to use it. So if you are going on a long trip and you know you have some meals planned towards the end of your trip, try to put them at the bottom of your cooler. This will help shorten the amount of time you have to have your cooler open to grab what you need. On your trips, we recommend using block ice inside your cooler. For shorter trips, you can get away with a cubed ice. When you pick out your cubed ice, you want to try to get ice that's as clear as possible. Buy your ice ahead of time, bring it home, throw it in your freezer. Most commercial ice freezers don't keep the ice as cold as your freezer at home would. They keep it at right about the melting temperature. So get a good deep freeze on your ice, throw it in your cooler the next day, and you should be good to go.
So we just got out here and got set up. First thing we always want to make sure we do is put our cooler in a nice dark shady place. It's going to make a big difference as far as extending the life of your ice. We like to pick a spot as close to a tree or solid object as possible to make sure it's a consistent dark shade. Sometimes we'll move it throughout the day to make sure it stays in the shade. It's going to make a huge difference at keeping that ice as long as possible. Ooh. Yeah, it worked out. I just asked him the other day if you wanted to. In addition to direct sunlight, warm air is going to be the next biggest enemy to the life of your ice. So we've designed all of our coolers with an airtight seal to keep that air out, but you're also going to want to keep that lid closed as often as possible and for a shorter period as possible to keep that warm air out.
So if you feel like you're going to need to be in and out of your cooler quite often, we recommend taking 2 coolers. One that'll have things like soda and snacks, the things that you'll access often, and another cooler to hold the food and things that you need to keep cold longer and that you would access less often.
If you're going to be going on a longer trip and you really want to extend the life of your ice, consider using one of our Cooler Shock products. These phase change at 18 degrees instead of 32 degrees like normal ice, and it's really going to keep your cooler and your ice as cold as possible.